Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're breaking down one of the most terrifyingly dominant forces in modern sports. France's march into the 2026 World Cup last 16 hasn't just been a display of skill, it's been an absolute avalanche. We're witnessing an attack so relentless, it's literally forcing us to rewrite the history books. So how exactly are they pulling this off?
Okay, let's look at the staggering raw numbers here, because this is just wild. Out of the 13 total goals France has scored in just 4 games, a jaw-dropping 12 of them have come from exactly 4 players. We're talking about Kylian Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, Olise, and Bradley Barcola. The rest of the team? Just one single goal. That is an almost unheard-of level of concentrated firepower on the World Cup stage.
And you know what? The players on the pitch feel it just as much as we see it in the stats. French midfielder Aurélien Tchouameni put it perfectly. He pointed out that this level of attacking potential is incredibly rare, even when you look back through the entire history of football. That statement right there really sets the stakes for just how special this current squad actually is. Which brings us to Section 1, Anatomy of a Deadly Trio. Let's get into exactly how they are overwhelming opponents in these relentless waves.
You've got these 3 completely distinct, honestly terrifying traits that lock together like puzzle pieces. First, you have Mbappe's pure, unmatched pace. Then there's Dembele, who is constantly stretching defenses to their breaking point with sheer unpredictability. And anchoring it all is Michael Olise, operating as the creative hub, using his crazy vision and silky touch to link everything together. Head coach Didier Deschamps totally hit the nail on the head when he said they all just speak the same football language.
And that shared language, it translates directly to one massive number: 6. Mbappe and Olise have combined for 6 World Cup goals in this tournament alone. That officially makes them the most prolific attacking duo in the history of the tournament. Just let that sink in for a second. The history of the tournament.
Now, on to Section 2, chasing historical greatness. Because we aren't just talking about the best team in 2026 anymore. We're talking about a squad chasing the kind of legendary status usually reserved for iconic teams, like Hungary's dazzling 1954 lineup.
To put this into perspective, Michael Olise currently sits at 5 assists right now. Do you know what the all-time World Cup record is? It's held by the legendary Pele with 6 assists back in 1970. That means Olise is literally one single creative spark away from tying one of the most famous records in football history.
And to really grasp the historical weight of what France is doing, let's look at the last trio to produce more goals at a single tournament. We have to go all the way back to Brazil's legendary 2002 front 3 of Ronaldo, Rivaldo, and Ronaldinho. They combined for 15 goals to win the world title. France's current trio, they're already sitting at 11 combined goals. They are well within striking distance of that legendary benchmark.
But here is the craziest part. The danger absolutely does not stop with the starting 11. France boasts a frightening wealth of elite talent just waiting on the bench. You've got Bradley Barcola, who already has 2 goals and an assist. There are game-changers like Doué and Cherki ready to go. Heck, Jean-Philippe Mateta scored 12 Premier League goals this season and barely even features. Marcus Thuram had a 13-goal season in Serie A, got injured, and honestly, it's gone entirely unnoticed because their depth is just that absurd.
So what's driving all this? That brings us to Section 3, the ultimate secret weapon. It's an unexpected twist, but it all comes down to their defensive work rate.
Head coach Didier Deschamps has made it crystal clear the collective comes before absolutely everything else. Somehow, he has convinced this incredible collection of elite, let's face it, ego-driven forwards to work just as hard without the ball as they do with it. And it's all led by the selfless, high-effort examples set right at the top by their captain, Kylian Mbappe.
Which leaves us with one final massive question. Can France actually match the ultimate achievement of teams like the 1970 Brazilian champions? Look, they've got the raw data, they're matching the historical comparisons, and they've got this relentless collective effort. The only thing left to see is if they can finish the job and take home the ultimate World Cup title. It's going to be a wild ride finding out. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and definitely keep your eyes on this historic front line.